Hi everyone, this is Lady T from Soup to Nuts Uncensored, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. I don't know if everyone has seen an episode on Facebook, The Red Table with Jada, Pinkett Smith, Adrienne Pinkett, and Willow Smith. But I watched some of it a couple days ago, and I really like it. I like the concept of the red table. I like the concept of the fact that they are able to discuss a lot of different issues that are relevant for mothers and daughters and grandparents, and especially for women of color. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about today, to introduce you to it today, and hope that you will go and check it out. It's on Facebook, and I like the fact that Jada decided not to put it on quote unquote regular TV or cable programming, but she wanted to have a different sort of a format. So, and I believe that, you can have a lot of autonomy when you put things on Facebook and social media platforms. And I think that they may be one of the reasons why she decided to do it on Facebook. And, she's been on Facebook a lot, and she's been on a lot of different social media outlets for a long time. However, her husband, Will Smith, just decided a few months ago to get an Instagram page, and it's kind of blown up. And he talks candidly about his life and, his travels. But what is interesting about the Red Table, in the second episode, I believe, Willow disclosed to her mother and her grandmother, Adrienne, that she had issues with cutting herself. And she was only 9 years old. So I was reading Us Weekly, and I just want to give you a little bit of what Us Weekly talked about. So Willow Smith shocks mom, Jada Pinkett. I was cutting myself at 9 years old. Sharing her truth, Willow Smith revealed a major secret to mom Jada Pinkett Smith and grandmother Adrienne Banfield Jones about her past experience with self harm. Stars who have bared their souls about their struggles. So during the latest episode of their Facebook Watch talk show, Red Table Talk, from Monday, May 14th, Pinkett Smith, 46, asked her daughter what her biggest loss has been so far. The 17-year-old then shared that her darkest time came when she was around 9 years old after releasing her hit song Whip My Hair. I would have I would have to say I honestly feel like I lost my sanity at one point, the singer said. It was after that whole whip my hair thing, and I just stopped doing singing lessons, and I was kind of just in this gray area of who I am. Do I have a purpose? Is there anything I can do besides this? After the tour and the promotion and all of that, they wanted me to finish my album. And I was like, I'm not going to do that, she continued, referring to the success that followed her 2000 hit song, With My Hair. After all of that kind of settled down, I was listening to a lot of dark music, and it was just so crazy. And I was just plunged into this black hole, and I was like cutting myself and doing crazy things. What really? When were you cutting yourself? I didn't see that part. Cutting yourself where? Her mom responded in shock. And Willow showed her scars on her forearms and her wrist. There's still a little something there. Totally lost my sanity for a moment there, the female energy singer said, and shared at her brother that neither of her brothers, Jaden and Trey, Jaden who's 19 and Trey who's 25, they didn't know either. I never talk about it because it was such a short, weird point in my life, but you have to pull yourself out of it. So the Set It Off actress who shares Willow and Jade with husband Will Smith asked her daughter about the reasoning behind it. Willow explained, I honestly felt like I was experiencing so much emotional pain, but my physical circumstances weren't reflecting that. One night I said, this is actually psychotic, Willow continued, adding that it's been 5 years since the last time she self harmed. I never saw any signs of that, the Girls Trip actress responded, surprised. The three women then continued to talk about surviving loss, and the Gotham alum broke down in tears about losing her friend Tupac Shakur in 1996. The red table, I really think it's going to really explode and blow up big time because the topics that they're talking about, especially self harm, a lot of teenagers, and in Willow's case, she was a baby, 9 years old. And we often think that celebrities have it all, everything's going well. But you can see clearly that even celebrity children have issues, just like our children could have issues. And I think that it was very, very brave and courageous of Willow to talk about that because she'll be able to help a lot of girls. I worked in that field in psychology, and I worked as a clinical case manager. And so I saw a lot of young people in those circumstances that came from definitely a different background than Willow has come from, and didn't have a beautiful upbringing, or didn't have a lot of money or a lot of resources. And these children have had a lot of traumatic experiences. And so having Willow, somebody who they can identify with, talk about that and really bring it out into the open will definitely help a lot of young girls who suffer with that self-harm cutting. It's an emotional, psychological aspect of growing up. And sometimes, as you change from child to teen, going into adulthood, you experience a lot of internal turmoil. And it sounds like even though Willow had so much and was given a lot growing up, she still had issues. And so, Willow, I'm glad that you were able to come up out of that, and I'm glad that you talked about that, and I'm glad that Jada, thought about bringing this type of a format, so that people can talk about what their issues are, and then people can see that stars have issues and that they are real and that they're relevant to what quote unquote normal people go through. Ladies, good job. And definitely, I'm going to be watching closely. And I wanted you all to know that. Thank you again, all, for subscribing to my channel. I see that it's really growing, and I definitely am grateful to you all for subscribing. Again, I hope that the content that I place on the channel is relevant to you, what you want to see, and what you want to talk about. So again, this was the red table, and this is with Jada Pinkett Smith, her mother Adrienne Jones, and her daughter Willow Smith. Check it out, everybody. I think you really are going to like it. All right, everyone. This is Lady T from Soup to Nuts Uncensored, bringing you the latest in hip hop, R&B, and entertainment news. As I often say, make your day great and live your life on purpose. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you all soon.